All right, man. So listen, y'all know I try to stay away from politics on this channel. I just like to stick to gaming, reviews and just all that other stuff. Stay out the outside world. However, a lot of you guys do want me to start reacting to some of these things and getting my thoughts on it. So I will do some of them. I'm not gonna make this a whole political channel though, but I will give my thoughts on some of these things. And I also think that this is probably the most important election we've had in a while. Very important with everything going on in the world, man. So let's go ahead and jump into this reaction about the Kamala Harris thing going on.
So I wasn't really thinking about Kamala Harris. Obviously, she told us to leave a rally just for talking about our faith and saying Christ is King, Jesus is Lord. We were mocked not only by Kamala Harris, but by her patrons as well. I think it's important to understand that, we were cursed at. I was assaulted at the rally. And Kamala Harris doesn't care about Christians in this country. And that is why we have this platform here today.
You were assaulted? Tell me about that.
I was assaulted. I was assaulted by a woman. You can see in that video on your right there. I was assaulted by a woman probably in her 70s or 80s.
That's crazy.
She pushed me in the back. I continued to walk and preach that Jesus is Lord and Christ is King. And that's about it. I continued to speak for my Lord. And
well, she pushed you.
Kamala denounced me.
Luke, you look like a pretty fit guy, like a 7-year-old. She assaulted you. She pushed you. She sounded like she was like sort of a typical, older feminist response to these things. But Luke, until recently, I know you were is that true? You were an undecided voter? Is that right?
That's correct.
Well, what changed your mind and what are you doing now?
So for a little backstory, I personally went to the Trump town hall for undecided voters here about 6 weeks ago. Had some really good conversations with Trump supporters on why he deserves my vote. That was pretty much our purpose of going to this rally too, for me personally. We had some good conversations with Kamala Harris supporters on why we should vote for her and why we should not vote for Trump. But there was a lot of good conversation, but there was some bad as well. I remember a man getting in our face, spitting out, like damn near spitting on us. But when she talked about abortion, something went through my mind that as a Christian, it's just not right. And that's when I decided to speak up and say Jesus is Lord. And after her response, it's clear she doesn't deserve my vote and she doesn't care about Christianity.
Well, to both of you, do you think this is, Grant, a trend among Democrats that just kind of disdain for Christians, certainly vocal Christians? I mean, if you're a quiet Christian and you never speak up, then I guess you're okay. But if you're a vocal Christian and you evangelize wherever you are, do you feel like you're looked down upon?
I don't feel like I'm looked down upon at all because I only answer to one person, and that's my Lord and Savior. But I do feel like this is a trend not only in politics, but around this country. It's been a trend over the last probably, my whole entire life. And I do feel like it will continue with Kamala Harris. Christians make up a third of this world and probably 50 to 60% of this country. And it's a very dangerous thing when a presidential candidate says public things against a religion. That it makes no sense, and it's very disheartening as a young American and someone who believes in God.
Well, and free speech, your freedom to express
Absolutely.
what you believe. And if you had come out and screamed out that you were, transitioning, you would have gotten a standing ovation by the crowd. But you said what you said, and that was not acceptable. It's not the first time Jesus has heard something like that, though, Luke and Grant. So not the first time someone's rejected him. Thank you both for sharing your stories.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. From the get-go, Kamala to me she's trying to make this whole, she's trying to buy the black votes. And as a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. And as a Gemini and as an empath, bro, I can see fakeness from a mile away. I can literally see fake people from a mile away. And to me, Kamala, how you say her name, she is as fake as they come. First of all, the Democratic Party let me just say this. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not even a Republican. I'm just in the middle. I keep an open mind for everything. I'm not stuck to one party. I like to keep an open mind and see what's the best option. I don't play biases. Oh yeah, I'm Republican. I'm Democrat. I'm in the middle. So first of all, let's go back when Biden said you're not black if you're not voting for me. That was the first straw for me. I was like, that's just stupid. Why would you say something like that? And then Kamala has just been trying to buy the black vote with just some dumb things, man. With just like posting pictures of Louisiana hot sauce and greens, and I'm just like, she's just trying to do too much. She's just trying to do too much to me. That's just doing too much. Now fast forward to this, man. Why would somebody says Jesus Christ is Lord and then he is king and you say, I think you're at the wrong rally? What in the world? Why? You're openly mocking God for the world to see. That was the last. I mean, I was already not really on Kamala's side, but I'm just like that's dumb. That is just stupid to do. And to me, I think she really put the nail in the coffin. I mean, she really put the nail in the coffin with the Brett Favre, I think that's his name. Brett Baer, I think. They did an interview, and that interview was so bad. All she did was blame everything on Trump. And like I said, man, I'm in the middle. You know, I think when it comes to Trump, people get their emotions in it. All I know is when Trump was in office, we wasn't in wars. The world was much more peaceful, and a whole lot of this crazy stuff wasn't going on. And now that Biden's in office and she's in office, this world, the U.S. is a complete catastrophe, and nobody can deny that. Like, everything is just wrong right now. And they play this card to where they're like, yo, if Trump is in office, things are going to get bad. Things are already bad. Like, things are really bad. Like, people don't realize this border issue is actually a really bad issue. And abortion is bad as well, which I don't understand why people are so mad at Trump, because he's not even banning abortion. He's letting the states decide. And actually, a good fact for you guys, if you guys go look up, there was over 1 million abortions last year. Ever since the Roe v. Wade, or whatever they call it, has been in place, over 12 million babies have died by abortion. 12 million babies have died by abortion. That is not a birth. That to me, that is crazy. That is not we don't have a birth issue going on. We have an abortion issue. We have an accountability issue going on here. And I do understand that, there's certain circumstances where it comes to rape and stuff like that. Totally understand. And the last I looked, the number of that was, it said it was about 65,000 kids are, aborted because of rape. And, that's a touchy subject. I completely understand that. But 12 million babies have died since the Roe v. Wade and all that stuff's been implemented. I might be saying that wrong, but I know the numbers are right. 12 million. Absolutely absurd, man. You think God appreciates all these kids dying? Like, no, man, that is just bad. I'm a firm believer, and I've always said this even when I was younger. I was like, yo, if I ever have a kid, which I do, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna handle my business. But people these days, they're not doing that. They're just aborting, and it's sad. We're lacking accountability. We're lacking a lot of things, man. But I don't want to go off too much on a rant. Listen, I'm gonna leave it off on this. You can't. She just openly mocked God on live TV. That says a lot right there. There's no defending that. Like, if you're voting for Kamala, I would like to know, how could you defend that? How can you defend somebody openly mocking God? I would just like to know that. Let me know what you guys think, man. Who are you voting for? Kamala? Donald? Are you in the middle? Are you like me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, because I don't really like talking about politics on the channel, man, but y'all be wanting me to react to some of these things. And I'll react to a few of them every now and then, but I just try not to get this channel, all up in that crazy stuff, because I like to keep it fun up in here and not, real world stuff. But I do feel like this election is probably the most important election America's gonna have, because this border crisis is really bad. Like, people don't understand how bad this is. How do you beat the enemy? You beat the enemy by beating them within, and we are bad on the inside right now. The U.S. is crumbling on the inside, and people don't understand that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. 100,000 subscribers is grind time. Let's get it.